delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. I'm a #1 like you say. Used to kick ball on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching. Rips in the denim, that's classic. These beats get wrapped like Futamaki, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Gotta act your stat, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Watson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Second down and 6 now. And the 2 is going to change things up. Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Now they'll change things up. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And He stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now it's Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down, Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here's third and a few inches. Now two are going to change the play. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. This is 2nd and 8. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. And trouble trying the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 19-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Elijah Moore from 19 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? And nothing but daylight ahead. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Oh, I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Hill going to go in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Watson now to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Tua sets up to pass it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Up the middle they go with Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Tua. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Mostert. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
32 stand. Turbo 3, kick.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. One more time with Mostert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well...
He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle. It's Chubb.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Hunt. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
With that kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line, you can't get too fancy there. You just got to try and plow forward and get what you can.
It's just a disaster. You go back to the 6 after you were at the 1. Now it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
All right, come on.
2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This to make it a 3-score game late. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown, Dolphins! Alec Ingold from a yard out. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it's really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs.
Control.